Good morning, Drexel teachers. With mid-November quickly approaching, that brings on report cards. So I want to make sure those of you that are using the School Loop gradebook have your multiple gradebooks set up. Remember, because your grades don't carry over from trimester to trimester, we need to have a gradebook for each trimester. So from our main portal, if you click on your name, take you to the main portal, you can get there a number of ways. So I can go up to Gradebook, drop down and add Edit Gradebook here, or I can go into my gradebook from my course management area, and from this page click on the Tools menu and go to Add Edit Gradebook. So this way is a little quicker for me. I'm going to go ahead and use this path. So you notice I've already set up my Trimester 1 and Trimester 2 gradebooks. And you'll notice that my dates bump right up against one another. So remember, it's not the end of the world if we miss this, but we want to make sure that we bump right up against one another to ensure that we don't have assignments that fall in between any gaps. So I'm going to go ahead and create my Trimester 3 gradebook with a start date of 3/14. So I'm going to go ahead and add a new gradebook. So there's my end date of 3/13, gives me these right up above. Notice I can delete anything if I make a mistake. And here I'm going to go ahead and change the title for my Trimester 3 gradebook. So let's stick with our naming convention, Trimester 3, GB. And now our term label is something that your students and parents will be able to see when they're looking at progress reports. So I'll show you where this takes place in a second. But let's go ahead and call this Tri 3. So this lets you know as well. Term labels help students, parents, and staff distinguish between older and current progress reports. So I'll show you where that takes place. So now I've set my name. I need to make sure that I've got my date set as well. So we're going to look for March 14th. So even though that's a Saturday, I want to make sure my dates are right next to each other. So that's going to be our start date, and our end date is going to be the end of the year. Oops, not 16. So let's go to June 19th. And this can be later or earlier. You just want to make sure that it includes dates for any assignments you're going to have. So if you might be assigning something on that Friday, go ahead and make sure that you include that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. Now you can see I've got all 3 of my gradebooks here. So let me show you where that trimester piece comes into play. So let's look at a single gradebook. And notice that Raquel is one of my students. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my main page, student records, and look up Raquel. There she is. And notice here's my class. This is her dashboard, and here's my class. So I'm going to go ahead and go to progress reports. And now I'm in trimester 1. So this is all she has access to, is grades in this trimester. If we were in trimester 2, she'd be able to go up to this drop down and select that. So it takes her to our current gradebook, but let's say we're in trimester 3, she'd be able to go back to trimester 1 and trimester 2 to see these grades towards the end of the year. It doesn't allow her to move forward. Even though I've already set those gradebooks up, they can't take a look yet. So let's go take a look at those gradebooks as well. If I'm in this gradebook, you'll notice that I only have assignments that fall in this gradebook. So I've gone ahead and for the purpose of this video added some assignments in the next gradebook. You'll notice they don't show up here. So where do they go? If I go to my course tools for this class, assignments that I've added in the future, you'll notice do show up in that course tab. So you can plan out everything for the rest of the year. It's visible here if you've chosen to publish it, but it's not going to show up in my current gradebook because I'm only seeing assignments for the date range of that gradebook. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to contact me directly at justin@knavelgroup.com. Thanks.